Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. What's happening, guys? Fallen from OTB here, coming at you with a live. I was gonna make a video today. Guys? The video is I just want to do something kind of quick, so I thought I'd look into this while we're still learning new attacks. Um, Also, I'm sick, so I'm always sick when I do these videos, so I'm gonna try and get through this here. We are going to be looking at the new TH18. Quick little run through here as upgrades are going. We are entering week 2 of TH18 release, and we've got we're going heavy on all defenses. Heaviest new defenses, most important. We've got the Town Hall Guardian. Guardian's going to be huge. The long shot is what we're aiming for here. Haven't seen Smasher used too much yet, but keep that in the back pocket. We got Revenge Tower, um, probably the most important upgrade currently. Super Wizard Towers, they seem to be alright. I can't quite, I don't think that they're the most special things in the world, but definitely going to be important with the upgrade here. We've got the Ricochet Cannons and where's the Archer Towers? Multi-Gear Tower, Multi-Archer Tower, and of course the cannons, Ricochet Cannons. Those are all going to be in that kind of next tier of importance, which is extremely important. Okay. Okay. All right, hoping this works. Let's jump into a couple recent wars we've had. All right, hoping this works. Let's jump into a couple recent wars we've had. All right, hoping this works. Let's jump into just getting my sound set up here. Okay. So we had a couple decent wars. We'll take a look at the top here. Had a close one. Key Shore. So we're going to notice these defenses getting more and more difficult as time goes. And so we have a lot to start with. We're going to start with the bomb, another very commonly used attack. Warden walks are still probably one of the more important attacks. And starting out on the bottom, as always, we're clearing the way of the big heavy defenses there in the core. And we work our way and kind of push the troops in sort of an L formation, making sure that we head forward into that town hall. We've got the new spells that we can use, not being used in this attack strategy, but I'm sure will be more common as things get going. And we got the queen starting. Now you're going to see everything kind of start to move quickly, starting with the ice golems. We got the mini wardens for support coming in. And just like the old strategy, we're pushing everything forward. This is definitely a top 2 strategy right now that's being used. We get the ice furnaces in the corner, and they will be chipping away and keeping defenses very busy as we push into the core with the king and the heroes. We're sucking up the RC right there, used for later use. And basically, we're just going to be able to push through here without, really without any issues. There is the upgraded healers that are going to help this walk, and the support from this. Going to be very helpful and useful. RC coming in there at the top to set pathing, everything pushing forward here as we get into the last section. Things are very alive, and we've got those, a lot of distraction there into these defenses. Very, very great strat we're seeing continuously here. Very, very great strat we're seeing. So pushing this in and gonna get this over with quickly. A very, very good strat. Still working just great. We're gonna just kind of get into the mood of showing everyone once. Equinox doing the throwers here. So first week, all max defense, or pretty much maxed attack troops and heroes and everything like that. So we are seeing some very strong. We're really not getting a great idea yet as to what is the strongest to use, because attack is maxed and defenses are not. So we're gonna have to see how time is going to play out here with this. But similar strategy here, push that golem around, getting the pathing set up here for the main force to come in. And the throwers are definitely a top 3 strategy right now, I would say. Trying to get rid of the revenge tower here as quickly as possible. Keeping in mind we have the rage tome. We got the rage tome going. That's pushing everything forward here. In a constant state of rage, gotta love it. RC there at the top to kind of cut off everything there. Keep pushing everything in the right direction on the second half of the base. Throwers seem to be doing so well, and they're able to reach the farthest of any troop, of any good, solid attacking troop. Throwers are able to pick off those long defenses from the outsides in these types of bases that have a lot of open space. And as everything is pushing through, not to mention they do a lot of damage as well here too. So again, the healers, the upgraded healers are helping out as well nice and early here too. And everything is pushing through here without an issue. Single target Infernos, no match for the amount of troops left, and they're still able to pick off those defenses from the outside. That's pretty good. So that's working well. Good job, E. Aramal. Here we've got a Root Rider base. We got the 2 Overgrowth spells, and just taking a look, we got the Arrow Giant, and sure, the Ball and the Boots, and Rage Gem. RC starting us out here with a solid little walk. Very, very tough. But we do have the haste spell that we're using here with the equipment to go with that. And sucking them up, cleaning out the whole area right there and pushing onward. To go with that. So now that we've got a little bit of a start, we can try and clean up one of the corners and push everything straight ahead into the core here. I was going to say, I'm going to assume we're going to be pushing in here right at the 2 o'clock, or the 12 to 2 area. And the loons there are going to get things started. I keep thinking those are the super loons now. I get that the color throws me off. And here's just another one of those strategies. You start kind of in the corner and you kind of naturally push them forward in that L shape we talk about all the time. OG the center there to take all those defenses away. Keeping everything very healthy here with this. And the Warden ability is possibly going to come as soon as the OG comes out, or pretty soon here. There we go. Now we have everything moving forward. Once again, getting into the core where you're going to be dealing with a lot of traps and things like that. Warden is bypassing all of those traps temporarily here. Second OG is up on Revenge Tower, almost dead, and Monolith as well, almost down. We're going to be able to pick off the Town Hall here with what is left, and really just pushing forward, no issues. An excellent strategy to use. OG is over with. Perfectly, those troops are sitting right there very nicely, ready to take out the rest of those defenses as we speed this up here. And a lovely job taking out number 3. Okay, very good. We are continuing. I know Ant has been big, yes, on the Warden walks have been huge. Two OG spells. Once again, very well set up for the Root Riders here. In quite the base to do that as well. Very well set up for the Root Riders here. So we are starting nice and slow with the RC walk. Something to keep in mind here, folks, at least for right now, at this stage of TH18, we have been getting away with using the Royal Champ walk, which has been probably the most common strategy here, at least over the last year or two. Um, Other than the Warden, the RC does bring a lot to the table starting early, picking up those defenses early, and allowing you to get a good pathing set up for when your attack actually starts. Not to mention wiping significant defenses off the board before you even put your troops down. So that's going to make your start that much better and easier. Still have to deal with the top right there, but here we've got the Ice Golem starting things out. Troops are pushing in. In standard wars, I think it's going to be very common that we're seeing these Royal Champ walks, where obviously things have been a bit different in the Legends kind of meta. You're not going to be able to get away with it the same way you can in normal wars, and frankly, normal wars have just gotten very easy, at least temporarily, right now. Everything pushes forward. He sets up that pathing. Bottom, there's no other troops are going to be moving to the outside because we pushed everything into the core. We've used the Warden ability, and now everything is like topped off in the center of the base here. The OG spills are negating any of the extra damage here. You have things like the Revenge Towers and things like that. You're just taking all these defenses um, off of the damage table here immediately. And that's allowing your troops to get around, clean out all these extra buildings that can go, preventing that damage, as we all know, is extremely important. Queen still has the ability, all the troops are healthy, things moving forward into this final section right here under that Rage Gem from the Warden, and things are looking beautiful. Always a very difficult last section of the base there to deal with. That is a very high trap danger area. But we've done it. Ant has gotten it done here. What are we going to see next here? Pat, I'm going to guess some Root Riders. Yes, sir. Pat, I'm going to guess some. All right. So, is this the same base? I think so. Very similar. It's similar. Starting at a different angle, doing things his way. That's a very dangerous shot right there to the RC. There is much less room for forgiveness with these strong defenses and especially things like the Revenge Tower, Monolith, very heavy defenses. So we start the barracks right there, tanking nice and easy so we can push these troops forward. Clear pathing right there with the wizards, and we have a very easy path forward. I don't know if he intended on the early Warden ability. We'll just assume he did. We got the Rage in here as things are eventually going to be pushing forward. We have to freeze up everything. Ice Golems are doing their job slowly but surely. We push a little bit forward. Root Rider's going a little strayed there. But we still do have our primary group pushing. We do have the King. The bracelet. So we do not have the wall. We are not going to delete the walls at this time. But the OG spells there on the top. Most importantly, getting through there, we have we got hogs on the loose, rampaging through, and yeah, that's a hefty top right there. Things are really a very dangerous place to be. Heroes are still healthy. King ability still up, and that's going to do a lot of damage when King does get to pick off all those defenses. That we are going to do. And just going to be able to push it into the back here. The snake bracelet, a very nice choice for, um, I mean for everything, but a lot of people have been using that around the outsides, walking King, distracting those defenses, gets King, farther around the outside. And that's working well. Okay, continuing on, SCP. SCP has got away with his attacks. Here is another variation um, of the Root Riders, and here we're starting with the RC Walk as well. Lots of traps, lots of danger right there. Had to use the ability. That is pretty wild. That is, wow, that was crazy with that. I'm sorry, that's not the RC, oh, didn't quite get those down, so kind of an interesting start. We got the Queen going here. The attack is starting. I'm pretty sure we were probably trying to clear out this whole area, or at least one of these boxes here. Pushing forward, it's a tough start, man, with these cannons and everything like that. Trying to push everything forward. However, we've got the launcher. Going to be able to get access to the core here. We have the OG spells. Also going to block things from pathing wild directions. And there we have our first, I'm just calling it the stone. We're going to be able to take out that single target right there as things push forward. At this point, we got to make sure we have access to getting into the core and that things aren't going to walk too bad, which sure enough, we are going to be able to get in there, take out the TH, and slowly continue to work on the rest of the way here. Snake bracelet on that as well with the king, so we're going to be able to pretty easily take out these last defenses. Yes, getting those defenses off the board, led by the Root Riders. Still a couple that are staying healthy enough to get us pushed into the back. And that is just going to work out here. We're hanging on to a spell, some extra troops. We got no problem. We are getting through there with ease. I suppose now we can put that we can put that down now. All right. We're going to be definitely showing some more attacks by SCP around here. The guy's got some wild things he does, and very, very consistent. Oh, I think I just oh. Okay, there we go. Technical difficulties here. Steve-O. Steve-O has been doing the Super Yetis here pretty often. So we're going to start with the Warden Walk. Now, very similar type situation here. You're going to need to bomb um, with the Warden. Once we get the bomb in, we're going to push in the Super Yetis. And lots of spells in the arsenal here being used as well. It is a wild assortment. Hard to keep up with, if I don't say so myself. I've run out of space and I'm trying to scroll through, and it is very difficult to find what I need sometimes. I don't know, maybe I'm just getting old. There we go, we froze up everything. We blocked it, and we are bombing the core here, bombing the top defenses, making the best of that. Gotta use a rage on the Warden. Warden is going to recover. Hopefully we can avoid those healers from getting hit. It looks like they're going to just avoid it. Starting everything here on the bottom, led with Queen and the barracks. Then we're going to be able to push everything into the core nicely here. Oh, that monolith does real work there. Okay, so now we pushed everything in. The pathing's been set. Revenge Tower is activated. It is doing crazy damage now. Look at that thing go. Very dangerous in this whole area. This is where you are using your abilities or anything to prevent that damage. RC just poking around the outside is going to be able to clean up everything there. And a good pocket full of Velks. Sniping the town hall, moving to the back part. This is working. You can see how it's working. And then, yeah, that's about it. Clan Castle finally comes out under a poison. And then, yeah, that's about it. Clan Castle finally comes out under a poison. And slowly but surely, we got this thing. Very heavy on the attacks right now, but this is really just going to show that a lot of different things are working very nicely. So, first air attack might as well be me. I forgot. I had one that was kind of rough and one that was pretty good. Hopefully, this is the better one. So yeah, Dragon Riders love seeing that work, and this is a very, very basic strategy. As the defenses get bigger, there is going to be much more of an expectation to clear out a chunk of the base early or do something. Oh yeah, I completely missed. So we got to take out the sweepers with the queen. We did not do that here. So starting the barracks up there, we do an RC, very basic RC chunk. We're basically quick sacrificing the RC just to get these defenses down so we can push forward. We're using the shield to soften up those defenses and get things pushing nice and quickly. We put all the drag riders together. We do run with the healing tome. I see others go with the rage or the rage gem. I don't like it. I do not like it. I would rather use 2 rages and deal with the spots that you need the most. Typically the first corridor to get things pushing. Then we use our ability. We hang on to the freeze and we hopefully don't screw the freeze up like I think I might have. We do see, oh yeah, there we go. And then we're blocking the rest of the way. So, um, or stoning. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but so the core is pretty dead. The only issue here is need a plan to deal with those heroes. So gotta be able to take them out, and I'm hoping that I can have enough troops that stay healthy that are going to be able to take them out, and that's why I do run with the 4 headhunters to try and take out the heroes. But we can't always get so lucky. And so far, I've found that the Drag Riders just overpower all the defenses. Again, we're trying to find a better strategy soon. If they're not going to work, I still know that they will work. It's just a matter of using the right strats and starting better. Drag Riders are super strong. I don't think I have failed a normal attack yet. yeah, out of many attempts. So Town Hall goes down. We got this thing done. So that's a fun attack. I love my drag riders. We will do. I think we'll do one more, and then jump to. Well, this is interesting. Where do you start on such a thing? So here we go. We got the new troops. Be ready to see a lot more attacks of this, and I've seen this there. So the golems running with the Super Yetis, I think I've been seeing that on YouTube quite a bit, so I think that's going to work really well. We have the log launcher if it ever gets a chance to do its job, and then we are stoning our way through to distract those defenses. Um, that's so extremely important now. Those defenses. And pushing in everything pretty healthy here so far. We have used our warden ability, but now we still have 6. We have 6 for the back end right here, and this is a scary place over by the Revenge Tower. Man, that thing just goes crazy. So we're just keeping all those defenses forever busy. Well, RC gets in there and deals with everything. We're sniping all those defenses. It doesn't matter. We're negating all that damage. It's worth the investment. And we're just slowly picking off everything here as we go. This is definitely a really good spam attack strategy for people who might be struggling to get started. This is going to help you get some dead bases as you're learning what's working and how to progress or how to keep moving forward here. Good work. Shoot. He's got one down. Could have rezzed a hero. That's another really good pocket thing to have. All right, so we just had a last war that was quite difficult. We probably should have done better, but we got swept pretty good on that. Drum again. Is that working still? Okay, so Drum did switch. So that's really cool. We got the golems with the throwers. I like how this is starting. And I love how they're able to push in over the walls and things like that. That's just helping a lot. They're very strong. The walls and so nice early ability here. We are under the rage from the warden. And then we've just got constant blocks coming up. That's going to keep all these defenses busy, which is so important here. You're going to have to be you're going to have to use them quite often because, I mean, that's a lot of damage in there. You've got maybe 3 to 5 seconds until a new one needs to be deployed. But very, very strong here, and in the core, very, very healthy heroes here so far. The king is going to be able to bust through the back half walls. That is good. Couple scary defenses that are left, but look at that. I mean, a lot of these are max defenses already. So these guys had some pretty max bases. So there's proof right there that we're already getting some kills with that. Granted, we are also maxed offense, so but you're seeing it complemented here pretty well. And RC is going to take care of a lot of those extra single damage things. And we've done it. And we've done it. All right. So throwers are doing really, really well here. Equinox. A lot more high-end defenses once again here. More throwers. Now, throwers used in more of the There we go. Nice. Getting all those taken care of. So we bomb that area. So this strategy is completely different than what Drum was using, but here we have the throwers once again. Sort of a smash format that we like to see. Starting here with the ice golem and nice strong. Okay, the queen, good choice up there. So they're going to be able to clean the way for those throwers here immediately. Hopefully those throwers aren't going to run left. We wouldn't be surprised. We wouldn't be surprised. Sure enough, they're going to move left. However, most of these defenses are in the open here, other than Monolith, which is going to go down. So this is actually a situation where it's not a bad idea to keep pushing, or be able to push through an opposite direction. That is a lot of damage coming in on them, though, and we've got 2 rages we've dropped right there, right? Did I see? Are they twice as raged right there? They're going to be able to pick the Town Hall very quickly here. So everything else is staying busy up there. The witch is pushed around the outside. Still very useful for distractions and pushing. Else is staying. And that revenge tower. We've got to get through that. That's perfect. Couple of the back end troops and or invis spells to take care of whatever is left. And that's looking easy. Strong. That's a very strong attack. And using throwers as well. A nice collection. Couple ice furnace here to, I'm sure, some type of primary distraction for one end. Probably the queen end, if we're pushing queen. On the opposite side. Starting out with the Warden Walk here once again. Warden Walk still probably the most effective walks to start with. Also love the Rage Gem. Rages all the troops. You don't have to commit any spells, necessarily. Other than, when you truly need it. But you're basically locked in to survival. Cannon going down. We have some things to think about. We're going to be probably breaking in here pretty soon. Yeah, we are going to bomb as well. That's good. Nice chunk dead right there. Revenge Tower does survive. It was just a bit separated. And we're trying to pull those troops farther to the right here now. And everything looking pretty good. Barracks comes in, great timing on that. Everything should be pushed in very nicely by then. And that's just going to let us be able to push forward here without any issues. Revenge Tower is about to get pissed off. We're going to have to deal with that now. A skeleton spell going down for distraction, and everything is moving forward very nicely. The throwers fell behind just a tiny bit here. That's not a problem. It's moving forward. And huge core is open, which is really good news for throwers. They're going to be able to pick off over those walls and even farther. I'm thinking that if anything, I'm probably going to end up switching to throwers sooner than later. They seem to be very strong. I would love to see bowlers come back with the next level upgrade here at TH18. I think it's possible we might see them. Other than that, we have blasted through here successfully. Those throwers are really strong. We've seen no 2 attacks exactly the same. People are using their versions of these strats. They are clearly working. And here we have another furnace strat with a Warden walk, or with a RC walk. RC getting us started. Huge defenses to take out down here. We can only hope to get everything. Um, Probably not going to get everything considering... I don't think this... Well, no, he has a full push planned, so... Okay, no, as I was thinking. So now we have a place we can go in. He could have stayed to potentially commit some more of those invis spells, but we need to... I don't know if we're bombing or we need them for a reason, so that's totally fine. Slowly but surely this starts. Air defense goes down into lots of damage over here. And this is just one of those things you just kind of sit back and let it develop here, you know? Now, because of all that damage here, we are dropping the bomb. We're getting all those defenses out of the way. Revenge Tower needs to go down here very quickly. We're starting we got all the furnaces coming in. The heroes are pushing forward into the core right here. Lots of damage in the core, plus the invis is going to try and push them around. We have the ranged town hall defensive system here, which is going to push some troops a little bit awkward. But we're going to break through the walls. And that is working just fine. RC on the top, getting as much out of it as possible here. RC is about to go down. And that's fine. Yeah, the mites are looking good, keeping those defenses busy. King is in trouble, always up against those cannons, but going to take that down. No major defenses here are going to be a problem. Those cannons. So keeping in mind that, once again, you've got multiple different strategies that are working, seems to be fitting everyone. All these guys have had practice with this prior. Neo, let's see what he's doing these days. Neo's been kind of switching over the Root Riders, heavy on the Root Riders. Starting with the RC walk, gonna suck up the RC when we get a decent portion of these defenses done. That's a good way to get started here. And it's gonna make a nice, better corner to attack. Yeah, it's just much tougher to get results from the RC walks these days because it's just these defenses are doing so much more damage. It's very difficult to deal with them. So we're sucking up the RC. We're going to start our attack. Are we starting here at the bottom? Sure, we might as well. The healers are blue. That's interesting. Titan walks off, does its own thing. Just being useless. We got the snake bracelet for the king right there. That's very good. Warden's going to have the heal, so that's going to keep everything healthy. We're right by the time we get toward the core here, we'll be able to use that ability. We do have to deal with some potential pathing here to the right. Hopefully that can be cleared out quickly. King should be able to do it with those minor defenses right there, pushing those Root Riders forward into the rage. Going to be using Warden ability here as soon as we catch up to those troops. Or very soon. There we go. Alright, healing everything, going into the back part of the base. Rage is down where they need to be. King ability still available. And backup troops, we got a headhunter in the pocket for around this very dangerous area. Heroes are healthy. Queen's ability going to be pumping a lot of damage into these heavy defenses to clean up as much as possible. And we've got the final defenses going down. Lots of traps right there. And we got it. And we've got The final defense is going down. Lots of traps right there, and we got it. Also is working very well. We've got the final defense is going down. Lots of traps right there, and we got it. Also is working very well. We've got the final. Stevo. Stevo here using the Super Yetis. Going right at the Town Hall early right here. Very dangerous. Typically a very dangerous call. Those healers got smoked. Yeah, we are bombing that as quickly as possible. Wow, a crazy bomb there in the core. Now I'm interested to see how this is going to work. We've got a little bit of a rougher start than we wanted. We are being attacked by the ranged right on the town hall there. And we've got to be able to push those troops into the core while also trying to keep them healthy. With the warden down, life is very difficult right there. RC pushing on the other side, so things are finally going into the core here as we need to. With the jump spell, you don't see those too much now. Jump spells are not as popular, are they? The best thing though is those Yetis. Not only are they tanky, but they are killing things so quickly when they die. You're basically you can take out a very primary defense with with one or two Yetis. You can really take care of a lot. And this just kind of happened to be kind of right place at the right time with these leftover troops because there is not much on defenses left, but not much on the attack force either. Yet that still worked really well. So that was a plan that kind of got foiled and ended up being something. So that's very good. Oh, Drum's in on the mix here. Let's get Drummy going. Good old Drag Loon. Drag Riders. Launch that out. Take out the air puffers are down. Starting those loons. Good call on that because there are a lot of traps on the outside. I love the meteor staff. We are going into those puffers though, so we took out the air defenses, corrected there. We're going to use that warden ability nice and early. Love the heal. Under the rage is doing a lot of damage right there. Things pushing forward. Very, very dangerous. The revenge tower is just slapping. But I love that meteor. I love the meteor equipment. That's so nice to use. And we've got 3 hero revives. Troops pushing into the core. We've got the king still pushing around the outside as well with his snakes. The core is going down slowly but surely here. A couple troops in there that are going to be able to take out what is needed to complete the core kill. And the warden ability, or the warden's rage, is going to push into the last part of the base right here. It's just a very, very standard, and there's nothing too special about this, but we really got it down. Using those freezes, alright. Stew, let's get a stew, and we're going to kind of wrap this up here soon. Super Hogs, that's why I wanted to see this. So starting out with a decent pathing here. Log launcher to get in toward the town hall. And we're just pushing in nice and easy. Velk's kind of getting crushed on the outside, but they're really just kind of doing their job. Queen getting a couple defenses picked off right here. Log launcher still doing its job toward the town hall. I would assume there's maybe Yetis in there. So we're going to get through that wall finally. Yetis come out, and we're going to probably just barely get that going. Those hogs are starting here down the bottom. And again, we're really going to have to watch this closely as as the town hall gets upgraded here with these defenses. The hogs do have a new level, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to be really crucial for them. And we're going to use that warden ability as soon as we get a chance to get in there. Probably now under that poison. There we go. And then everything else just picking off in the core here. RC is going to be able to get in there, clean up those heavy defenses. And there's just nothing left. This is an attack you really have to keep watch and guard those hogs because they will die so quickly. They always do. But here's just really overwhelming those defenses, getting those hogs in there to do as much damage as they can early. Those wizard towers are really chunky too, lots of HP. Do as much damage as they can early. And we've got it here. So that is a good attack to watch here with the super hogs. I love seeing that. All right, we'll do Rush's attack here. So Rush has been putting in some crazy work on TH18. He is lower on the list, but he's really been getting a lot of good triples here. Starting out with the Warden Walk, heavy defenses down bottom to take out. Getting those loons started, building that pathing, getting everything set correctly. Take care of everything there, which just really speeds up the work of the Warden. The faster Warden can get started, the less stress on the rest of the attack that you have. Less time constraints, things like that. And once we get this down, we're going to freeze them up. We are locking in to bomb that crazy core right there. That's perfect. That is going to get just about everything. Now we have a lot more of a better pathing to understand here. Things do get a little bit scary. We've got a raged hero to worry about. Once again, picking off the rest of those defenses, just eliminating that question. Oh, one more will get it done. All right, now we start pushing everything else that needs to be pushed. Coming in with the siege barracks right there. Ice Golem, King, Queen. RC will be coming in on one of these corners here randomly to kind of make that work out. Lots of damage here. We got to watch out for that. Oof, level 4. That's crazy. So that's a lot of damage. We're learning right there how important and strong that actually is. We got the super minions in the CC and things. We're just hoping to be able to get this monolith picked off, and then we're really gonna have to deal with this town hall. And it's just kind of chaos. You're just feeding troops around the outside as you go. Little weaknesses as soon as you can get them there. Taking out the air defenses, and the arch tower will be low, probably not dead. But look at that. That's worked really well. Those super minions are able to snipe from a distance. Oh, and we are still dealing with the town hall. That is just crazy, the amount of damage. That's been really protecting the town hall nicely. I'm assuming poison does not work on that. We want it to, but it doesn't. And it's just too much to handle. Excellent. All right, we'll just kind of end it here. I love the drag riders. So we do barracks at the top. Barracks that helps push things out. Barracks should have been down already. Not sure what I'm doing. But we're just gonna pick off these things. The Royal Champ needs some better use because we're not getting as good use as we want to out of it. But that's fine. So we're starting with the blocks here. So we're blocking the way for the drag riders to get started. We're gonna do an early rage or a mid rage, whatever you feel out. If you do need a rage early, you use it early. If not, we're able to push things forward here. Now we get onto that heal. Now we can start thinking about that rage, which I think I want to split. I might want to rage. Yeah, we got a rage down here, and then maybe a rage over here as well to get these things out of the way. Um, it goes a little bit crazy, but we're just blocking as we go, just taking the next level of each of the defenses as we possibly can. We did rage right there because of these heavy defenses down here. We need them out of the way. We know we can get to the town hall if we just, with all these drag riders here, we just need all those defenses out, and it's just smoking these defenses. We're stoning on top of all these heavy defenses. Everything's busy, everything in the pocket. Um, just able to crush through the base early. TH18, I'm so proud to use this strategy. Um, Always comes with a warning that when these defenses are maxed, we are not going to be able to walk over these bases using this same strat. This is just simply this is a concept that will come here at a later time. But that has been working so well. Again, I have not failed an attack with, let's see. I just, oh, yeah, I've not failed an attack. It has not happened. Um, and on offense, whoops, that's what I get for trying things. Um, we got a couple 1 stars because we were trying some things, but I get about maybe 3-4 triples in legends a day from that attack. So working really well. So here's where we're at right now. I'm gonna get a new video going once the time is right, probably sometime in the next couple weeks. We'll do another video as we're settling into the TH18 upgrades and see what we can do with that. And so we'll have some new attacks that will be forming as these defenses are going to be reaching their kind of next level. We're going to have maxed air defenses soon. We're going to be seeing all of these top defenses maxed extremely quickly. So be prepared for that. Um, all right, well, I will end the video here, guys. Thank you for checking it out. Hopefully we learned something today, and hopefully we can do a better video at a later time. We'll end it here. This is Fallen from OTB, signing off.